I'm back again, guys. Sorry about that. And this lesson, well, not lesson, it's more of a review. We're going to be learning about regular verbs versus irregular verbs. Now, if you don't know what those are, no need to panic because you got me here, and I'm going to teach you all about them. So, what the hell was that noise? I didn't even know what that was. It was like a beeping noise or something in the background. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna be learning about regular verbs versus irregular verbs. Now these verbs have a huge difference, and I'm gonna be telling you about them right now. So I'd say without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so a regular verb is a verb that follows the rules. Now, what I mean by that is I'm gonna take a verb for an example. Okay, so let's use the verb hablar, which means to talk. Okay, so say you want to conjugate that verb, right? You take away your ending, which is AR, you take away that, and now you're left with the stem, HABL. Now you're probably wondering, what ending are you gonna add to that? You gotta figure out first who's doing the action, whether it be I, you, they, all, we, whoever's doing the action. You gotta add that specific ending to it. Okay, now let's say I talk. Now let's say I'm talking. I'm doing the action, right? So what ending would I put for yo? I'm not going to tell you guys this. If you don't remember, before you watch this, go back and watch my lesson about conjugating verbs. It should be in the playlist somewhere. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to answer. So I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds. Just think about it, alright? If I was doing the action, what ending would I put for yo to complete the conjugated verb? Think about that. Gonna give you guys a few minutes. Have you guys gotten your answer yet? If you've got your answer, cool. But if you're stuck, I'm gonna tell you. So for those of you who got your answer, if you guessed yo hablo, you are correct. Yo hablo means I talk. Now that's a regular verb. Yo hablo, tú hablas, él habla, nosotros hablamos, ustedes hablan, ellos hablan. That's all regular. Same thing with ER verbs, ER verbs are regular verbs too. Well, not all of them. Not all of them are regular. Some of them are regular, not all of them. Let me give you an example of a regular ER verb. Okay, now let's use the verb comer, which means to eat. Yo como, tú comes, él come, nosotros comemos, ustedes comen, ellos comen. Now IR. Now let's go to IR. Alright, now let's use vivir. Yo vivo, tú vives, él vive, nosotros vivimos, ustedes viven, and ellos viven. So those verbs that I went over, those are all regular. Those are all regular verbs because they follow the rules. Now let me give you an example of an irregular verb. I only know two off the top of my head. I only know two irregular verbs at the top of my head. So I'm going to explain those two right now. And those are tener, which means to have, and hacer, which means to make or to do. All right, now let me go over tener first. Okay, so tener is an irregular verb because it does not follow the rules. What I mean by that is, like, if a verb does not follow the rules, the conjugation for yo, is going to be different. Everything else is the same. Now, what's the conjugation for yo in the verb tener? Not gonna tell you guys that just yet. You gotta figure it out. If you don't know, go back to that video. I have a video on it, and watch it before you watch this one. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to answer. If you guessed yo tengo, you are correct. Now, remember that I said in Spanish 1 that this is a yogo verb? Well, it is. Tener is a yogo verb, and that's why it is an irregular verb, because it does not follow the rules. Yo tengo is, like, the only difference. Everything else is the same. Tú tienes, él tiene, nosotros tenemos, ustedes tienen, and ellos tienen. Alright, so that's tener. Now let's go over to hacer, which means to make or to do. Now, hacer is also irregular. You want to know why? If you don't know why, go back to my lesson on that one too. I made a lesson on that verb as well. Go watch it before you watch this. And yeah, come back to this video. Come back to this video after you're done. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to answer, and then I'll tell you guys the answer at the end when you guys are done. Have you guys got your answer yet? Yes? No? Maybe so? If those of you who answered yes, and for those of you who guessed yo hago, you guys are correct. Hacer is also a yogo verb because it has the yo and the go. Yo hago. Everything else is the same. Everything else is the same. Every other conjugation of hacer is the same, except for the yo. Now, how do you know if a verb is regular or irregular? That's the thing. You don't. You just got to figure it out yourself. And I'm not I'm not just saying that, and I'm not just saying that to pressure you guys. You actually do got to figure it out. Because when I learned about these verbs, I didn't know if they were regular or irregular. Once I figured it out, though, I was like, oh yeah, this verb is regular or this verb is irregular. So yeah, so once you figure it out, it's going to be a piece of cake for you. So yeah, guys, so that's pretty much the lesson. So yeah, I will see you guys at the football game later tonight, because there is a football game later tonight, and I will be going live on that. So yeah, I'll see you guys over there later at 7 p.m. Peace out, y'all.